Okay, hello, welcome to part 26. I'm pretty sure it's part 26. Today we're gonna be learning about ordered data stores. So, ordered data store, they're like data store, but they're basically global data stores. Now, I don't recommend saving data with them because it's just not that efficient, and you can use them less before they time you out. But you will use ordered data stores to make leaderboards and stuff. So I'll first just show you how it works, and then we'll make a leaderboard. Okay, so let's go to service, get service, make a script. That's a part script. I'm gonna rename it to ODS. Okay, so first let's make a variable because we need to get the data source service. So ordered data store is still a part of the data source service. So game get service, or why isn't it showing up? Game get service. Okay, there you go. Oh, okay, so I don't know why, but if you deleted it, like, oh wait, I'm stupid. I wanted to get the ordered data source service. That's what we want. My bad. So now I'm gonna make a local ODS. So this stands for ordered data store. Actually, I'll name it like that so it's easier to understand. Ordered data store equals DSS get ordered data store. So this is pretty similar to data source right now, at least. This is just your data store name. So right now it's pretty much identical to data stores. Just make sure it's get ordered data store and not get data store. So now let's make something to save. So let's make a local data dictionary. Local data equals, there we go. So let's just okay, I'm not sure what to store. I'll just do like player and like some numbers. So I'm not sure if I have teach you this, but if you do square brackets and parentheses, you can type out any variable name with spaces in it. So yeah, so local player guy dude equals some random numbers. My guy Jeff equals, so this amount. Let's do MTS GGSG equals that amount, and let's do two more. So erroneous, I don't know, I'm just making up stuff. I'm not good at making up stuff, but yeah, erroneous equals 99999. This should be at the top, and then oratorally sure, just made some random word or name equals some random number as well. So delete a few. Okay, so we have our stuff. We have 5 variables in our dictionary. So now let's actually store them by putting them in our ordered data store. For this, we're gonna use a loop, in pairs loop to be exact, and we will loop through our data to okay, so this is a loop. Now we wanna set async, so we can set our data inside the ordered data store. So to do that, we do ordered data store set async. Now it's our key, so I, and then our value, so v. Okay, so the key I is the name, so the player name, and the v value is the number. So we're storing these two, in key and value. So yeah, that's what we're doing right here. We're just setting our data in the ordered data store, and yeah, we're setting the key and the value. So this should store our data. Now let's print it out in an ordered way. So in ordered, you can like, I'll explain it later. It's hard to explain without having a representation of it. So let's go ahead and print out all of these, but they're gonna be formatted. So I'm just gonna type out this line and I'll explain it to you. Okay, so get sorted async. This pretty much just gets all of these variables in our data from the ordered data store, and we have a few parameters like ascending. So if we set this to false, then it's gonna start from the top to the lowest. So at 9999 is gonna be first, and Quaternalia is gonna be last. So I'll do it false. Sure. Page size. So I can explain it better later, but pretty much there are pages. So if I make the page size 3, these 3 are gonna be here, and it's only gonna print these 3, and then I have to use a new function, advanced next page, to get these last 2. So that's kind of what page size is. I'll explain it better later. So let's just set it to 3 for now. Sure. Okay, so we have our pages. Now let's print them out. We're gonna do a while true, or I mean while task.wait. Do. So first let's gather page. So right now we have pages. You can imagine this as an table holding all of our pages, like a book, it's holding all of our pages. So we actually need to get a page. So to get a page, I'm like a variable local page equals pages get current page async. So this actually won't autofill for you. I'm not sure why, not sure if I'm doing something wrong or not, but this is how we get the current page. So this will get our 3 variables inside here. The other 2 are in the next page, so we'll have to advance our pages to get them. So let's print this out. For I, v in page, or in pairs page, my bad, page do. So we're looping through our page. We want to print, let's do player name. Let's concatenate a string. It's gonna be v.key. So like I said, so let me explain. So I is the actual index of where it is located, and v has 2 values to it, key and value. So as I explained later, the key is the player or the variable name, and the value is the variable value. So the player name, if the v is or if we're at the index of 1, so I equals 1, then the v.key is gonna be player ID, player name. That's, and now we can create a concatenate another string here. Let's just create a new line. Then we can do player. I just do a mount. I don't really know what I set the value to. Player mount, and then we concatenate another string here, which is going to be v.value. Make sure it's lowercase as the first letter. So we should be printing out this, but we want to make sure that we stop as well. So if pages.is finished, so is finished, it just returns a boolean, or I mean it is a property, and I think I'd call it a property. So is finished means that there's just no more names or variables to load, no more pages left. If page is finished, then break, and actually I'll do else, because if it's not, we want to move on to the next page. But first let's just print a little thing so we can see better, and to move on to the next page, we want to do pages colon advance to next page. Or was this async? I think this was a get current page is not async. I will test it out. Okay, so this should be it. It should print out all of our things. There's probably gonna be an error, and there's no error. Yeah, okay, so we have file name. It's kind of messy for some reason. I'm not sure why. But anyways, we see our first is Tyrone Tyrononius, he has 909, he's the first. Then my guy Jeff is second because he has the second most amount of, let's say, cash. Yeah, we have, yeah, so they're all just sorted out. The rest is Aurelia with 2132. We have our little splitters here. So yeah, first, okay, let me not print out the name. I'll just do v.key. It'll be easier to understand. There we go. So as you can see, the page size is 3, so it took the first 3 and printed them. Then pages weren't finished, and so we advanced on to the next page, which only contained 2. So we printed out these 2, and it sorted them all automatically. If we change it to 5, it's just gonna print all of them. So let's test it out. As you can see, it printed all 5. And if I change it to 1, it's only gonna be 1 user per page. As you can see, OrderedDataStores is pretty slow as well. Also, if you're getting like HTTP errors, make sure that you have enabled studio access to API services enabled in game settings and security. So yeah, it might not work because you don't have it enabled. So yeah, we can actually print the eye as well here. I'll just do like, actually I think if I do something like this, and then I do v.value. Yeah, if I just do something like this. Okay, wait, my bad. v.value and I. I think it should look pretty nice. Okay, so all of the eyes are 1 for some reason. Oh yeah, because we have 1 page. So yeah, if I turn it back to 3. Okay, so let me show you just this really quick. So as we can see, our key is the player name, value is the value or amount, and the I is the, I guess you can say, rank, and like how top they are. So his first place, his second, his third, and this only correlates to the page. I think that's the right word. So as you can hear, he's the first and then the second again. So yeah, it kind of resets for the page, the index, obviously. So that's how ordered data source work. So okay, so in the next episode, I'm not sure what we're gonna learn. I might do camera manipulation, so you can know how to make like cutscenes and stuff. But anyways, yeah, I'm not too sure. So I'll see you in the next part. Goodbye.